All right, welcome back. That actually loaded really quickly. Like, astoundingly so. I am optimistic about today's outcome. Well, welcome back. We are us, and this. This. I I just finished playing Auden Chronicles. My mind is little bit, a little bit tunnel visioned on that right now. But this is Lies of P. So last episode, we had our butthole exercised by the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, but that is going to change. However, I am going to stop commentating once we get to that boss fight because it'll be time to focus up. However, that's still a ways away. I did go back and recover my essence, as you can, not essence, the ergo, as you can see in the top right. Wanted to make sure I had that. I killed everything on the way though, because that's what you do. Really? Didn't spawn it? Okay. But it's silent. Surprise, buddy! Come and get yours. And then we'll just run. Hey! I forgot there was a switch there. You know, I was going to use this weapon in the boss fight, but I just realized that its damage scales in a way that is inconvenient for an extended fight. It also consumes a lot of stamina for no good reason. 140, no, 348. Be upset on your own time.
Even if we're just baits to buy time, you're going down.
Should I break his neck or his arms first? I'm taking requests.
Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
Kill you, just like Big Brother wanted.
Even if we're just baits to buy time, you're going down.
Should I break his neck or his arms first? I'm taking requests.
When we couldn't save our brother, Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
I'll kill you, just like Big Brother wanted.
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
Should I break his neck or his arms first? I'm taking requests.
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
Should I break his neck or his arms first? I'm taking requests.
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? Trained harder or brought better gear.
Alchemist! Big Brother came to save us! You're dead, puppet!
Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
Big brother always looked out for me. We're gonna smash you to pieces.
Even if we just face to buy time. Alright. Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
I'll kill you, just like Big Brother wanted.
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? This is for my brother.
kill you, just like Big Brother wanted.
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
Avenge you. That stupid puppet. Beat us.
This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. We couldn't save our brother. Brother? Those alchemists! They did it! What should I have trained on? Or put their gear? Even if we're just baits to buy time, you're going down. Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? Even if we just face to buy time, you're going down.
Big brother always looked out for me. I'm gonna smash you to pieces.
Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
Kill you, just like big brother wanted.
Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? Even if we just face to buy time, you're going down. this guy break apart.
Kill you! Just like Big Brother wanted! That stupid puppet! Beat us!
Should I have trained harder? Or brought better gear? Damn it. We're getting revenge together. Die, Geppetto. Fuck it. We couldn't save our brother. That's when our fate was sealed. This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. Demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? Even if we're just baits to buy time, you're going down. Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? You're going down.
Avenge you. That stupid puppet. Peter.
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart? This is for my brother. I'm gonna rip your heart out. When we couldn't save our brother, that's when our fate was sealed.
Should I have trained harder? Or put better gear? Yeah. Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break apart?
for my brother, I'm gonna rip your heart out.
Big brother always looked out for me. I'm gonna smash you to pieces!
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy break them? Should I have trained harder? Or brought better gear?
Avenge you. That stupid puppet. Peter.
Damn it. I didn't want to owe those alchemists anything. We're getting revenge together. Die, Geppetto's puppet. When we couldn't save our brother, that's when our faith was seen.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, I really do like the game. I do. Without question. Most of my problems are, in fact, I'm pretty sure all of my problems are hardware. Yeah, hardware related. So, my problem isn't with the game. But it's going to sound like it is. It was so hard. Frankly, I haven't fought them so many times that I can't just leave them all of those fights in the video. I think I fought them 4 times just this video, not counting the previous one. And I beat them 4 times. That's not bad. Well, I think this might be the 5th time. I'm not entirely sure. Count it if you want. I don't care. So it's not like I've spent a lot of time at this, but it felt terrible to walk into this fight multiple times and it just stuttered for no reason whatsoever. This fight, you saw, I walk in and it's pretty much as good as it's going to get for me. I'm talking maybe 20 FPS, but fluid enough that I'm able to respond anytime they try to hit me with something from off camera. But you saw that I managed to keep them all in my line of sight, so I could respond to anything they might try to do while I wasn't looking. But then the frame skips came back in the middle of the fight, only to then slowly fall off and then return. You have no idea how frustrated I was during the previous fight when the frame skipping just wouldn't stop, and I'm getting hit by the Battle Maniac's puppet string, and then I'm just pulled into a blender and I'm spamming the circle button, and instead of dodging, he's just eating it up. And there's nothing I can do about it. That feels terrible. This fight should have been over maybe a one try sooner. We came really close a couple of times to finishing this fight out. Like the one where I was playing Ring Around the Rosie. Like the one I was playing Ring Around the Rosie with the eldest. That I could have ended this fight there, right? But I was waiting for the heal to come back, and then it just all went to crap really quickly. I couldn't get in there to deal any damage to him to help the pulse cell charge faster, so I was banking on the charge over time to get me where I needed to be while I stalled. Unfortunately, didn't work out like that. What helped, though, was equipping this. Increases physical damage reduction rate. I have no idea how much, but I mean, it gives me more than I had previously. So I mean, I can't really complain. Now I need to mosey on over to the hotel and spend the quartz I just earned. Oh, let's get this over with. Oh, it doesn't have anything to say at all, in fact. Don't forget, there's also another chest here. That's definitely the door we came in, because it's stairs leading up to this room. Okay, hotel first. Also, I could not get the Legion arm to do the link attack. Multiple times, it just wouldn't do the thing. And you've seen. What could this be? Hold on. Right, so where were we? I got interrupted by maintenance coming by to spray paint the ceiling in the bathroom, apparently. There was a leak. I didn't tell them about it for a little while to see if it would just stop, or if there was something I was turning on that was resulting in it occurring. But in waiting, the ceiling, things just took a bad turn. The ceiling started falling down, so they had to rip that section out. Then someone else had to come in and fix it. And this guy came in to spray paint it, I guess. I haven't bothered to go in there and look, so it's a mystery right now. But I will say, I absolutely hate the entire thing. One of the reasons why I waited on reporting the goddamn leak is because I don't want people in my house. Because when people come in, they touch stuff. The stuff they touch, I then have to go out of my way to make time to bleach, because people are disgusting. If you use public restrooms at any point, I'm sure you've seen at least one person that doesn't wash their hands. I was at work yesterday, or this morning. Before I left, I watched a guy piss and walk right out. I know never to shake hands with that man. It's not the first time I've seen that, and it won't be the last. People are disgusting. So yeah, I bleach everything that I have to touch. Even the freaking door. And now, I have to clean out my goddamn shower, which I haven't been able to use because of this. So I've got to spend like an hour of my day, when I'd rather just be playing the First Descendant, cleaning my goddamn bathroom. So thanks for that, I guess. What were we doing? Going to the goddamn hotel. Oh, and apparently Vanini has something for us as well. Listen, I am not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I really am not. But this game, the load times are startlingly short. I find it concerning. It's like being complimented. When you're not used to it, everything just stops functioning, and it's weird and uncomfortable. So, what do you want?
I can hardly believe it. But the ergo readings you gathered leave no doubt. No doubt at all, you see? Okay, Vanini, breathe. Despite your best efforts, they can't read your mind yet. My friend, My apologies. But when you hear this news, you'll be excited too. The puppets were being compelled by the Grand Covenant. But they were communicating with each other, with wavelengths. This is beyond anything I'd imagined. They were not built with this kind of intelligence. I did the best I could to decipher the wavelengths, but there was considerable noise in the signal. Care to give it a listen?
Sure, why not?
Carlo, I hope you can hear me. The laws of the Grand Covenant bind us. We're his puppets. First law, all puppets must obey their creator's commands. Law 0, the creator's name is Geppetto. Giuseppe Geppetto.
Ah, did you hear that? The last part sounded important, but there was too much static. Ah, tell me you heard it, please. We need to find the cause of the frenzy, and this may be our best chance. What or who was behind the frenzy?
So this is going to be a choice, isn't it?
Geppetto. Law 0, the creator's name is Geppetto. One can't make these things up. It must be true. That was the cause of the frenzy. But why would Geppetto of all people do this?
That's the question.
I suppose we'll never find out if we don't save him. I have to admit it's good to have things in motion again. I was beginning to despair. Now that we know the cause, we can find a solution. And it's all thanks to you, my friend.
Let me be clear. I didn't choose that option because I want to be a good boy. I chose the option because it leads to another question. Why would he have caused the frenzy? How did he cause the frenzy? We have some parts that we can use to upgrade things, but I'm just never going to use any of this other stuff. So now it comes down to finding Geppetto, because, well, we have to find out what the King of Puppets meant by that. And we have no technique handles because I would remember that. Trust me, I would remember having something I really want. Today, please. This recording has been going on long enough, and my day is not getting any longer. I don't know if that came across like it should have. The point is, hurry up. Finally. Oh, we do have a technique crank. When the frick did we pick up one of these? Well, it has to go on this, right? I mean, look at what it would do for our damage. We'd end up with, what, 460 damage. Well, physical attack. So I think yes. Yes, we will. Hesitation who? So that's good. I guess we can Throw another 4 half moonstones at it. We only have 1 full moonstone left, though I am tempted to use it. I think I'm going to refrain. I like Frozen Feast. I wish it didn't work the way it does. In that it ramps up, and if you can't find an opportunity to continue dealing damage, you just lose that effect. And then you have to hit the target 4 more times, but you can only get 2 swings off before you're out of stamina. Now the 7-coil spring sword, that is a weapon. 2 half moonstones. I do like this weapon. It has served me well. I swapped weapons in that last run at the boss. What did I swap it to? This or this? It was something. But of course it all came down to our new old faithful right here. On a short handle, of course. Good lord, and it is really good. Who do we upgrade? I do like this one. The only problem is it's not... See, this is a problem. As much as I like these weapons, I mean, I got them after all, I just don't see a really good use for them. Like, I know what I can get out of this. High damage, very fast attacks, high damage, slow attacks, but they're almost guaranteed to stagger no matter who they hit. Plus, it has Thunder Strike, which lets you deal even more physical damage, when you can land those attacks. It was part of my arsenal when I fought the last bosses. I think it was the first attempt at them. It performed well, despite the game not performing well. But for these, I just don't see where they fit in with how I play. This one's good, always, but the Dark Moons are too rare to just throw at something I may or may not use. Especially when I have favorites now. Also, I probably should have used that technique crank on this thing's handle, but what can you do? What if we were to change its handle to another long one with better technique scaling? I mean, Yeah, it seems like it's literally just as good as it's going to get. Also, your absolute defense on this thing's handle is great, but it feels a little cheap to be able to get the perfect guard for free, but at the cost of a Fable slot, bar, whatever. So I don't use anything that provides absolute defense. Don't get me wrong, during that boss fight, I remembered that I have Fable arts. There was just never an opportunity to make use of them, because they're either ineffectual or they require such a massive opening and leave such a massive opening that you need to find the perfect time to use them. Whereas if you don't rely on them, you just slap the enemy with your weapon and you know your openings and how to manage them. Military shovel handle is stabbing and slashing, so that's out. I guess not. That's fine. Quartz. Right. Alright, now, we've unlocked this section, and along with it, we're going to unlock the tier 5 perks, whatever those will end up being, for attack, defense, something, and items. I don't remember what the third one is. I think... I'm trying to remember what the third one is, but... Wait. Increases the number of equipable... Excuse me? You mean I can have my Aegis arm and my sticky string? Well, that goes straight to the top of the list, doesn't it? Next we have extra cube uses. I forget I have that thing. Like, during that fight, I was looking at my item slots whenever I had an opportunity, which was usually when I was dodging the swarm of attacks coming my way. And never once did the cube register in my consciousness. Like, I looked at both rows. I don't think it's actually on the item bar. It's literally, the bottom bar is usually where the cube goes. And instead we have pipe, grinder, this is out of order by the way, and the throwable that we use to get an enemy's attention. In the proper order, it's grinder, pipe, throwing thing. The cube isn't even on there, so, you know, that's a bit of an issue, considering that it's supposed to be there to restore uses for my Legion arm. And then we've got this for the guard regain. Again. No, I don't think I will. And then we have this thing again. Increases the staggerable window. If it doesn't increase the window of time that they're downed and vulnerable to a fatal attack, it's not really useful to me. The staggerable window itself, like, you guys saw what happened with the brother when we staggered him? Before he even went down, he just went into a frenzy attack. That was heartbreaking. Mostly because my frame rate tanked, and I couldn't do anything. And by the time I recovered and was able to act, I was out of position. The sun was in my eye. The air conditioner was set way too high. My dog wouldn't stop barking. He was chewing my shoes. All sorts of things definitely were going wrong and prevented me from getting in range and in position to use the fatal attack or utilize it. So we really only have one good slot here, but at least up here we have another good one that we can add another frag. I wondered if these would add another one that we'd have to vest. I was hoping they would. Alright. Let's check tier 5. Increase Fable Arts effect. That includes bonus, something like infusing it with an element, which is actually really useful, especially for a slow attacking weapon like Coil Mjolnir. That's pretty good. So that's at the top of the list. Yeah, I don't see this ever being useful against bosses. Like, there will be niche cases. For example, I think it was during the last fight, the last attempt at the boss, that we got a backstab, accidental backstab, without question. I am not ashamed to admit that. When I saw it light up and then the animation start, I was caught off guard and surprised and happy, a little aroused, but mostly the other stuff. And it was cool because it validated my suspicion that I could actually get the backstab successfully and I wouldn't just be outed from the animation through plot armor. Like, you go in for the backstab because the eccentric had huge openings where you could get around behind him, and I probably should have made more use of that, but frankly, just interrupting his attacks in general was usually the better move, especially when I have to keep the other siblings in line of sight, so I know how far I am from them, how close they are to me, especially for the Battle Maniac and his puppet string. I mean, I can block that, but I don't want to be taking the damage from the eccentric or whoever I'm fighting while I'm trying to avoid getting reeled in by the other guy. So this is all stuff I had to keep in mind during that fight. So it's a difficult fight, but I mean, we did it. So, back to enhancing stagger attack from behind. To me, that's interesting, but too niche to be a first choice. Or even a fifth. It's really low on the list of interest for me. Next we have survival type. Enhanced special resistance, lower damage while dodging. Could be useful against the unblockables. Increase pulse cells. Well, I think we know what we're going with. What do you have? Ability type. Auto charge Legion. Because of course I want that. Granted, it's going to be as slow as it is with the pulse cell, I imagine, but I mean, it's going to contribute value that I won't have to restore through items, which means those items last longer or don't even need to be used. In the case of the Aegis one, it's probably going to still be necessary to have the Legion magazines, but I mean, it's fine, right? So, what did we miss? What else did we miss with ability type? Lower charged attack stamina. That's actually pretty good. You won't be able to get that, at least not for this section, or this one. But that's actually a really good one. You guys know I do love my charge attacks. Perfect Guard, Fable, I don't use that. You guys saw during that fight, I was able to recover my weapon durability. Grind. Nope, it doesn't feel right. I was able to restore my weapon durability during the fight, usually without taking too much damage. Like, there's a whole entering and exiting animation for restoring durability, and you're locked down during those animations. They don't last long, but they're long enough to screw you. So I know just about how long they are, but if the enemy's moving too fast, it's difficult to adjust when you need to exit in order to be able to react in time. But you guys saw, I was able to make space and enter the animation and exit it usually before I took any damage, so I could either dodge or guard. Charge Fable Cell. Charges Fable upon pulse cell use. So another one just went to the top of the pile. That is, frankly, it doesn't even matter how much it restores, how much Fable it charges. It's just good. So that's interesting. Lots of good stuff in the tier 5 for those perks. I rolled. If you frame by frame it, you'll probably only catch a piece of it, but Where's the girl? She wasn't upstairs. She never moves from this particular area, no matter where she ends up in this area. So where did she go? Huh. Hold on, let me do this before I forget. And equip that. Then we can add Q. Good. Now we can restore our legion a little bit better. I would go and test the auto restoration for the puppet string, but it just reloads when you go out there, so let's head back. What does this man want? I thought we were done here. We spoke.
We all owe you a huge debt, or we will, if we can stop the frenzy. You may not be aware, I am an orphan. In fact, my parents were murdered before my very eyes. The authorities in Krat insisted it was a mugging, but I know what I saw. A mad, raving puppet killed them. A puppet that was driven by a murderous lunatic's awakened ego. I know that because the lunatic told me his name. Arlecchino. I'll never forget his insane laugh.
The name seems
I've
familiar.
been fitting puppets with the Grand Covenant to ensure no one else ever has to experience the same tragedy I did. I was this close to giving up. But now that you're here, you can take the wavelength decoder. It's proof of your brilliant actions.
What?
See what else you can read with it. You might even discover more secrets within the Puppet King's message. You can play it back as much as you like. Just use the Stargazer. Here.
The only thing is how... So, Vanini's the one that designed and implemented the Grand Covenant in the puppets. I'm pretty sure all Geppetto did was build them. Or at least, you know, he was the initial one to build them, and then I guess they may have just been mass-produced after he showed how to do it. So how in the world did he become Law Zero? I mean, there's no point in me trying to fathom that because I just don't have enough information.
Carlo? I'm Romeo. We grew up together in the Monad Charity House. Remember? We're best friends. I'm doing what I can to fend off both the petrification disease and the alchemists. My puppets and I are taking a stand against death itself. That's why I tried sending you messengers. But you got rid of them all. You're still an unstoppable fellow. I remember you. No reason for us to fight, I suppose. I'm Romeo. We grew up together in the Monad Charity House. Remember? We're best friends. I'm Romeo. We're best friends.
I don't have anything else I need to do with the Ergo, so I may as well do that. let's be perfectly honest. It doesn't matter how much capacity I add, it's just never going to be enough to allow me to carry the weapons that I want. So we're just going to have to keep that amulet on us at all times. In exchange, that is just not enough stamina to be worth tens of thousands of ergo. We also have another 70,900 ergo in our pockets, just sitting there waiting to be cracked open. But for now, like, what do we even put these into? It doesn't. Yes. Arlequino. Haven't we come across someone or something with that name? It's familiar. At least the more I think about it, it is. But I can't place it. And I don't remember ever typing it out for the tags in the video. So maybe I've only heard the name before and I haven't actually met anyone with it. Okay, regardless, I think I'm going to stop here for today. I've been recording for like 4, 5, 10. Yeah, so about 4 hours now. And like I said earlier, I've got a lot to do. I've got to take out the garbage. Then I've got to... hopefully I can get all of this done while the video is remuxing, so I just want to be as efficient as possible. So I want to get this stuff started, and to that end, I've got to get you guys out of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. I suspect I'm just going to leave all of the fights in, including the third one, which is going to be terrible on your eyes. I apologize for including that one, but I want you guys to see just how hopeless, even if you only understand it a fraction of how badly it actually felt to be there in that moment, suffering, I want you guys to experience it. So I'm going to leave all of the fights in, especially since they all went on for a really long time and progress was made, though the third one was really bad. Probably the worst out of all of the fights, but I'm getting distracted again. This video will be a long one, I know that, because it was an hour and 9 minutes. Isn't something I'm remembering from recording A Chronicle. We were past an hour after the boss fight. I already know once I beat it, that is. And it was 40 minutes. It was like 40 minutes, an hour, 40 minutes loading to this area. So the video is going to be a long one, but hopefully not too long. And hopefully, again, it's one you guys are able to enjoy, despite the inclusion of that one run at the boss that was very, very, very framey. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.